Well, here we are, guys. I've been talking to some people through YouTube. I said I was going to make a solar panel RV video. Hopefully it's the easiest way any beginner can understand how solar works, how much solar you need, how much you need to use, as well as charge throughout the day so you can replenish what you used the night before. So basically I got a 2006 Fleetwood Bounder, 35 foot. I put a total of 2060 watts of panels on the roof. We have our two new power 210 watt each in the front there, and I mixed them up because I got these Renogy's 200 watt Renogy's that weren't performing as well. That one is in series with this one. Those two are in series, which means that plus is connected to that negative, creating one big, basically 420 watt panel. This is creating a 410 watt panel. That's another Renogy with the new power, creating another 410 watt panel. That's another Renogy connected to a new power over there, connected to two new powers here. This is what the RV came with, 200 watt panel, which was in series. So I basically added on to that. So the two in the front are connected with each other to make a 400 watt panel. Let's just review real quick. These two are connected in series. These two are connected in series. Those two are connected in series. And these two are connected in series. There's my joiner box I just got from Home Depot. Just electrical box that has a pipe, drill a hole in the roof. So we basically have 5 inputs coming in. This is my LED light. So we got 5 different channels. 400 watt, 400 watt, 400. They're all about 400 watts. Midnight Classic Solar Control Company said basically if the range is between 10%, you're okay with mixing panels. I don't know, you guys online probably know better. I'm a complete amateur when it came to this stuff. So you have to understand that even though I have 2060 watts of panels, we're never getting 100% efficiency. The best I've ever gotten was about 1100 watts of power. We're here in Florida, sunny Florida. When the sun comes out, we'll be pulling about 80 amps, but I'll explain that a little bit later. Let me climb down. That's my little weather channel thing. So as far as difficulties, just mounting the brackets, the screws that the solar panels come with weren't really that good. I had to get some more anchoring mounting brackets. I had to just recently re-glue some of the panels. Some of the screws were exposed and rusting, and there was a leak by the air conditioner because I had to rewire. The panels originally had them all in parallel, but they recommended I hook them up a couple in series to raise the voltage. So yeah, it took me about 2 months to get it done. Did a little bit at a time, did a lot of research online, but I'm gonna head inside, and that's kind of, I would say, the more important part about understanding how solar works. Kind of doing this in one take because I don't really edit videos and all that stuff. So this is my inverters, which I'll explain in a little bit. We got 3 battle-born batteries here, all in parallel, 12 amp, 100 amp hour each. We have our other 2 battle-born batteries here, and I didn't go with the bus bar or anything. I just kind of went with long stainless steel screws with the temperature sensor. Just a regular temperature sensor that you buy at any store. I went the 4-aught wire connecting all the batteries and also the inverters. There's also a shunt that tells me where my batteries are at, what the state of charge is, all that good stuff. Here's my battery monitors. It shows right now we're charging on and off. We got 32%. Not sure if the camera's showing that. We got 32% battery. We've been running on batteries for about 24 hours now while we're running, and so we're using all the power, all the lights in here, the TVs, amplifier, every single light is the LED light. Computer, litter robot, shark vacuum, We can even hook up the laundry machine to the inverter, the microwave, the toaster, the blender. I rewired everything in the walls here to run off the inverter that's down below. Rewired the microwave. So everything is basically self-sustaining. And I'll show you an example of how much power they pull from the 12-volt batteries. Over here you can see the input where the PV wires are coming in, right over here. So right now we are doing, wow, that's a new record, 1,200 watts. Babe, we're doing 85 amps right now. It's the most we've ever done. What the heck? That's so random. It's not even sunny outside. Look at this. This has never even been done before. 1,200 watts. We're doing 83 amps at 12 volts. So basically 35 volts are coming in from the solar array because 2 are on series. Basically converting that 35 volts at 1,200 watts into 14.5 volts at 83 amps. So you can see 35 volts, 37 amps is converting this into battery power, so I can charge my batteries and use all the power that's in this RV. This TV, these lights, everything that's running right now, except for the air conditionings, which I could rewire if I decided to. This is my Wi-Fi system, range extender, WeBoost antenna, and this is the breaker box that has all the breaker switches, fuses, independent fuses I can disconnect, diodes, one-way diodes, lightning protection, breaker switch, extra waterproof breaker switch outside. I did all the wiring myself. You can see all the different channels, 5 channels. The good thing about all the different channels, I could disconnect each one independently. See, that one took away about 10 amps. That one took about almost 20 amps away. That one took about another 15 amps. That one took another 15 amps. And that took about another 15 amps. See, then we're down to 0. I'm going to plug them back in one by one from the far one to the near one. 12 amps. Another 15 amps. 50 amps. 70 amps. 83. And this is kind of ironic, I'm making the video now. And that's literally the highest I've ever gone. We're entitled to 96 amps at 14 volts basically for this charge controller. Batteries can handle because there's so many batteries connected with each other. I could charge up to 500 amps in an hour, but they don't recommend that. Man, that's crazy, huh? Okay, so you can see we're charging at 45 amps right now according to our indicator, while we're using about 40 amps. When everything's running like this, we're using about 40 amps. So the rest of the charging is going back into the batteries. This is my starter battery, which is also charged through a converter. Our converter connects to your plug-in. I connected a nice switch. The converter's in there. It's a progressive dynamics. It basically charges the battery. So if I want to charge the batteries faster now, I can turn that bad boy on. That is rated at 80 amps. So now the battery should be charging a lot higher. If we plug in the other charger inverter I have below, it charges over 100 amps an hour. For example, we run the